Hey there, welcome back. I had such a great time playing Dungeons and Dragons with you last time. I'm glad you've decided to come back for more. ǩēťra and wych had some wild adventures together, but you didn't get to hear the full story. Those two had lots of adventures before their final battle to save the material plane. In fact, why don't I take you through some of them? You'll get to see how ǩēťra's relationship with wych developed more closely, meet new characters, talk with some of your favorites, fight new monsters, and explore hidden corners of the Forgotten Realms. First off, though, do you want a refresher on how the game works? Great. Now, you were playing ǩēťra, but do you mind reminding me what class you were? Now, your character's growth is going to be Okay, next let's allocate your stats. Stats determine. So, say you've got that in rolling high within reason. Let's try and stats determine. So, say you've got that insight. Rolling high means within reason, of course. Let's try and stats. So, say that in rolling high means within reason, of course. Let's try an example. You are speaking. Okay, you rolled. That's pretty much it. Rolling a 1 on that. Sometimes it means failing so spectacularly. You'll also see. Do you want to make them? Great. Now that we've cleared that up, let's start with a little recap. You are playing as ǩēťra, a young adventurer from Nash Kell. Your parents tasked you to investigate a series of disappearances in your village, suggesting that you speak to the nearby dragon, Endandravarir, or wych for short. However, when you arrived in his cave, you witnessed a horrible scene. Mysterious assailants trapped vych's soul in a coin and stole his body away after infecting it with some sort of parasite for their own nefarious purposes. The villains then misplaced the coin, and you, upon touching it, found vych's soul forced into your own body. Note that wych can talk to you, but only you can hear him. You return to your village only to find it set ablaze by the same people who had trapped wych. They seem to be hunting you while everyone in your entire village, including your parents, have gone missing. As the pair of you set off on a journey to restore wych to his body and rescue the missing townspeople, you begin exploring the world outside of your village for the first time. You too meet new allies, battle surprising and challenging enemies, and eventually learn of a coming calamity. While your relationship with wych is rocky at first, you both find a strange comfort in one another's company, despite your unusual circumstances. wych, however, has a terrible fear of small spaces and confinement, as they remind him of being rendered helpless while having his soul ripped from his body and stuffed into a coin. We rejoin our heroes after having faced the mage who stole vych's body. But this story isn't about him. No, this is about your deal with ŒthEs'rai, Archmage and the Sage of Magic at Candlekeep. After you were arrested for sneaking into Candlekeep's inner ward, ÉthEs'rai offered to dismiss the charges and even help you to put vych's soul back into his body in exchange for help with a task. Now that you have completed ÉthEs'rai's request, you return to the Great Library, where the powerful wizard awaits. After reporting to him, He reveals that those responsible for hes predicament may be a cult that worships insane, horrifying gods from beyond the stars called Elder Evils. He even has a lead on something that may help separate your soul from hes. Before you leave, though, it seems that he has another matter of great importance to discuss.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Before you head off to Icewind Dale, there is a favor I would like to ask of you. There's a magical artifact that might as well be a physical representation of chaos and probability, known colloquially as the Deck of Many Things. I've been experimenting with chaos magic for the past year or 3, and the Deck of Many Things has been integral to my research. Unfortunately, the problem with chaos magic is that it is, well, chaotic. My investigations have been rather fruitful, but one of my experiments may have gone a little, unexpectedly, and now the deck has been scattered all around the Sword Coast, even up to Icewind Dale. I cannot make the trip myself, I have too many responsibilities here, but if you can collect the cards for me, then we can both benefit from whatever magics I uncover in my work. Fortunately, I had the foresight to place tracking spells on each card, partly to see where the cards go after someone draws one. Unfortunately, the tracking is imprecise, so I can only point you in the right direction. That being said, each card is a magical artifact in its own right, and is likely to have attracted some attention. Simply asking around and helping out the locals as you go could be a good way of finding the missing cards. Just don't try to reorganize them. Strange things could happen if you do, ranging from the inconvenient to the levels of horror that are reserved for nightmares and particularly bad advertisements. As a note, though, chaos magic is related to the energies of the outer planes. In other words, this research could be useful in finding out exactly what that masked mage with his little army of eldritch horrors intends to do. We might even help you find and unravel Hes' body. Just food for thought. Have fun roughing it in the wilds.
ǩ'Thra, the Deck of Many Things is one of the most legendarily powerful artifacts in all the realms.
I gathered. But what does it actually do?
The Deck of Many Things is a set of cards like those you'd find in a set of playing cards. But each card carries with it a powerful magical effect. Using it is always risky, as some effects can be advantageous, but others disastrous. Few know exactly what the possibilities of its use are, but it is powerful enough to cause untold chaos in the wrong hands. At the same time, in the right hands, it could be the deciding factor in turning the tides of war. We must secure all the missing cards, as much as it pains me to do the bidding of ģ'Thesserai.
Yikes. I guess we better get going then. Excuse me? Hello? A moment if you be so kind, dearie. Excuse me? Hello? A moment if you be so kind, dearie. Oh, an adventurer? How convenient. How do you feel about making? Depends on how I'd get it, I guess. Fair enough. My research partner has been gone for far too long. He's a naturalist specializing in magical creatures. I won't get into the weeds about it with you, but he likes to observe the beasts personally, and I wonder if something... Could you perhaps go find him? He mentioned that he would be observing the strange wildlife in the nearby ravine. I'll see what I can do about tracking him down. Good! Oh, the old fool probably tried polymorphing into whatever creature he was studying, or decided to go invisible and live in their den with them for a while, or something ridiculous. Just find him and tell him to come back already. Our latest paper is up for...
You again. I can't say I approve of Sage ės decision to make a deal with you. Makes upholding the law difficult if people think they can just make an agreeable exchange after they commit a crime. Still, perhaps we can get some use out of you. Help make up for the damage you—
If it will bring me back into your good graces, then yeah, I'll help.
Before you illegally entered the city, you might have noticed the small mist-shrouded island near Candlekeep. I need you to go there and lift the curse that keeps a perpetual mist in place. The lighthouse there is entirely obscured, and we need it visible, lest approaching vessels crash into the rocks. We've already had several such losses in the 3 years since this began. This is bad for commerce and an unacceptable hazard.
3 years? Why are you only—
We've actually sent people before to investigate. Many were frightened away, some never returned.
And what do I get out of this?
Yes, plus payment. I do not expect you to risk your life for free. Or work at all for free.
Is there anything more you can tell me about this?
I am afraid not. Our scrying magics will not pierce the fog for some reason. The only thing I can tell you is that we think the curse is related to a ghost ship that washed up on shore around this— When we went to investigate the beach ship, there was no crew on board or evidence that they had departed on foot.
I'll look into this for you, but I'm not making any promises.
That is fine. Information is what we need most of all. Go there, then tell us what you find. Head down to the docks attached to the Court of Air. You will find a ferryman to take you over.
That turned away so many visitors. Hope the sages figure out these disappearances soon.
Tired of guard duty. I want to go back to studying magic.
You heard any interesting rumors or know of any work I can—
Plenty of rumors around here, but if you're looking for work, there's apparently a pack of kobolds farther up the coast. Living in a shipwreck there and have been pilfering food, tools, and anything else they can get their hands on from the locals. I got a collection—
Yeah, I can just chase them off.
Nah, they haven't actually harmed anyone. Yet. So, might as well give them a chance to just set up camp somewhere else. Good luck with the little—
turned away so many visitors. Hope the sages figure out this discipline.
Getting tired of guard duty. Want to go back to study.
Don't like turning away so many visitors. Hope the sages figure out these disappearances soon.
I wonder if it's true. Could there really be a dragon living underneath the library?
Don't try to steal anything. I've got a good memory for faces.
Good day.
Can I help you with something?
The captain of the guard said that you would take me to that island with the lighthouse on it.
Ah, another one, huh? Hope you have your affairs in order. Seems like half the people I take over there for her never make the return trip.
Yeah, she said something along those lines too.
Huh? Your funeral? Well, come on then. I'll play the part of ferryman to the afterlife again, it seems.
That is disquieting. Perhaps there is a siren about.
A what?
A creature that sings to lure people into danger, usually to run a ship ashore so that it can eat whomever falls in the water. Keep an eye out. They are devious, but not too dangerous in a fight.
Skeletons are still wearing what's left of their armor.
They must be what is left of some of our predecessors, but I cannot tell whether these were avowed soldiers or mercenaries like us.
Like us? I'm not a mercenary.
You agreed to payment from someone you do not owe allegiance to in exchange for risking your life. That makes you a mercenary, especially considering how you are now killing monsters to secure that payment.
That's... okay, that's fair.
It is nothing to be ashamed of.
How is that sound supposed to lure anyone? It makes me want to run the other way.
Indeed. Perhaps not a siren, but something else. Look at that wall. Something happened there where that frame hangs.
Indeed, there is a simple frame here, though you do not know what for, and there is some damage to the wall behind it. Noticing a minuscule shard still clinging to the frame, you realize that this was once a mirror. Looking around, the light glimmers against something in the floorboards, and you discover that the mirror... You also note that there is nothing else in here that could cast a reflection.
really don't like the sound of that.
Nor I. Be careful, child. That is no siren we hear. खेरि, that is a banshee! Block your ears, lest its wail kill you!
It can kill me just by screaming?
Stop! Please. I am sorry. I shall not try to hurt you again. My mind is not entirely my own, and I was frightened.
You were frightened? You tried to kill me!
I am sorry. I have been in this state for some time, and it feels like my thoughts become a bit more chaotic and nonsensical with every day. New people surprise me and upset me, especially after some tried to destroy me, and I have been alone for so long.
Who are you? Are you why this fog is always in place? Why won't you let anyone light the lighthouse?
My name is Cylindra. When I was alive, I had a vision for the city, a way to better it. But the sages were not willing to surrender the power they so cherish. I was sentenced by the petty and jealous men who rule Candlekeep to be this lighthouse's keeper for the rest of my days. One night, though, a ship appeared and grazed this island's rocky shore. I watched it happen, looking for any sign of why the crew did not steer away. But instead of men on the decks, I saw rats. Thousands of them. Many fled from the ship and onto the island, swimming to shore before swarming the tower. I locked the doors and heard them scratching and biting at the wood and trying to climb the walls. There was no way out, and I could only sit and listen, trapped. Eventually, I died, and my spirit was bound here by the horror that I had experienced. I cannot leave and am forced to relive those memories every day. It is driving me mad.
Do you know how we could bring you peace? Send you to the afterlife?
No, but I do know how you can free me from this island, at least. There is a circle of stones in the woods where druids sometimes meet to worship and conduct rituals. There is strong magic in that place, and if you burn my bones on the altar, along with a symbol of the event that so cursed me, my spirit will be lifted into the air with the smoke and ash, setting me free from my prison. I will be able to wander the world and leave those terrible memories behind.
What do you mean by a symbol? Any idea what we could use?
The ship that brought the rats here washed ashore nearby. That vessel was the architect of my death and will provide the means of my freedom. Find something unique to the ship, something that shows its identity, like the boards where its name is painted, for example.
All right, then. I'll help you.
Thank you. Truly, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Here. I will feel when the deed is done, and both the fog and I shall depart the moment it is, never to return. Farewell.
Child, I would be careful of that one. Banshees are not your average ghost or lost soul, and the stories I have heard are far from flattering. As far as I know, they are always elf women who have been punished for some misdeed. You may want to ask vis-à-vis about why she was imprisoned here before deciding to loose her upon the world. As one of the city's sages, he likely knows what happened.
I'll think about it.
Surprised to see you still alive.
Not seen you around before. New to town.
Getting tired of guard duty. I want to go back to studying magic.
Back again? I'll take that to mean you want some.
Do you know anything about a woman who was forced to be the lighthouse keeper?
Oh, yes. wych𝗲𝘄𝑄quest, that venomous woman, was sentenced to the island for trying to take over Candlekeep. She had a small, dedicated following that wanted to make her queen and force the avowed into servitude. She'd threatened and obtained blackmail on so many of the people in charge of the city that no one would dare arrest her until the sages themselves became involved. We sentenced her to the island so that she could serve the city that she had nearly destroyed while warning incoming ships away from the rocks and her equally perilous self. Guess that one came back to bite us, huh?
She wants to be free of the island, and told us that burning her bones at the druidic shrine, along with the symbol of the thing that killed her, would let her leave the island.
If done properly, it would do just that, and divines above help us if that were to happen. Knowing her, she would immediately seek vengeance and then abuse her new freedom to torment whomever looked at her sideways in life. It is not in a banshee's nature to recognize their own faults. They always blame others.
So we just leave her? Give up on the lighthouse?
Not necessarily. If you grind her bones to dust at the shrine and then scatter the dust to the ground while burning that symbol you mentioned, it will sever her connection with the island. That will tie her to the shrine long enough for her soul to pass on into whatever wretched afterlife she deserves. That being said, she probably won't be too happy if you do that, and will try to stop the ritual. Please at least consider doing the right thing, even if it's risky and—
I'll tell you how it goes.
from atop the city walls. I saw a tree fall in the forest, but I wasn't there to hear it. Did it still make us?
I came all this way with a wagon full of magical books to offer the library.
There, that figurehead on the ship will do perfectly for dealing with the Banshee Cylindra.
Human? What do human want?
I was wondering what you were doing here. Why are you living in the...
We seek divine one, great dragon. He go missing, and we go looking. Cannot find him, but small him on wooden, no longer floating thing. A sign. We pray for guidance, waiting for small him show us the way.
Hold on, I recognize these creatures. They used to live in the mountains near my cave.
You think he's talking about you, then?
Probably. They worshipped me as a deity. It was rather flattering in an embarrassing hero worship, stray puppy sort of way.
What's your name?
Me, Tiny.
Oh, well, you're not that small.
No, me, Tiny.
Okay, you're tiny, fine. Either way, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the people around here are getting really angry about you stealing from them. You should either stop stealing or get going before they decide to wipe you out.
Wipe out? No, we no leave. Dragon not show us the way, and big furry man kill us if we leave.
Big furry man? They're keeping you from leaving?
Yes, make us steal. Take pretty things to him. We try to leave. He squash us flat. We no have pretty things. He squash us flat. Poor Sig. He made very flat.
What if I took care of this furry guy for you? Would you leave then?
Maybe. Still need dragon sign, but no more.
And where would I find him?
In cave. Lots of tunnels. Think people make it, but no people now.
I do remember something about a mine being around here. Perhaps that is what he refers to.
All right then. I'll be back once he's gone.
Why waiting? Go, shoot! Oh, great shiny one. Speak lots, and maybe help us speak gooder.
The shrine. If you have not yet, consider the repercussions of your decision here. It may be more dangerous for you to banish Selindra, but setting her free could be disastrous.
Maybe. You think she's learned her lesson?
I sincerely doubt it.
What will you do? Free the Banshee or send her spirit on to whatever comes next? You take Solindra's bones and begin crushing them with a stone, grinding them into shards against the altar, and then into even finer pieces. Scooping it up with your hands, you walk around the altar, scattering the remains into the dirt and grass before turning and...
What have you done? Traitor, liar! Obedience or worship! If I need my end here, then I will take it.
There. You did the right thing, Contra. Now Candlekeep can have its lighthouse back and its people can sleep in peace, knowing that such a creature will not haunt them. Well done.
Huh. Solindra dropped one of hes`Aurai's cards. Maybe she found it washed up on her island. Wonder why she was carrying it around, though. Hoping it would help somehow?
Ah, I was wondering when you would return. It seems that I underestimated you. Truth be told, I half expected you to die or run away when I sent you to investigate the lighthouse. But here you are. The mists are gone and the island seems to be safe again. Thank you for your service to Candlekeep. Your payment, as promised.
If you'd like, we can continue on to more adventures now, or you can continue to explore. You'll always be able to come back later. If you're ready to move on, go speak with the man with the cart. He's a friendly sort, though I can't remember his name.
Getting tired of guard duty.
You'll be sorry if you don't buy some potions before going into the wild.
stop, you pay 50 gold to pass, or
Will I have to pay to come back this way?
Yes.
That sounds like a lot of trouble, counting it all out every time I want to come by. How about, instead of 50 gold, I owe you 100 gold for every time I pass through here? That way, if I pass you 3 times, I'll owe you 300
300 more than 50. Fine, but I keep count.
I would never dream of cheating you. But if you insist, I shall trust that you won't cheat me either.
Good. Go now and come back soon.
You never plan on paying him, do you?
Nope. How long do you think he'll keep counting each time we come and go?
He might count every time for the rest of his life, but whether he can even count the number of fingers he has is another matter entirely.
This supposed to be a camp? I don't even see the essentials. Nuts. Look like we missed him. Vayer, is there anything you can do to track him?
Do not call me that, and no, I cannot. If I were in my body, I could follow his scent, but your nose is not sensitive enough for the task. Instead, I would recommend looking for whatever ate his other journal. If it was truly a plant creature, then the journal might not be digested.
Well, it's a start, I guess. What is that thing?
I believe your people call them shambling mounds. Not exactly an imaginative name. Still, I haven't seen one of these in a century or two. They are quite rare. You should consider yourself lucky to have found one.
I would if it wasn't trying to kill me! A bit obsessive, don't you think?
A touch, yes. Still, we know where to go from here.
Right. Let's just hope we find more than just a pile of an owlbear's leftovers. I'm guessing that bond didn't work out quite as he thought.
Never trust a hungry predator, especially not one that does not fear humans. Speaking of which...
I am really getting sick of nature today.
Good work. Now you had best return and report what you have found.
Can't I at least get a breather? Was that a compliment?
Stop being dramatic. That fight was not so difficult. Now go!
Ugh. Looks like a card was among the owlbear's... refuse. Really wish I had some gloves right now.
Goblins. Disgusting little creatures. Not even good for eating. The kobolds mentioned a large furry creature, though. Chances are these goblins all follow a bugbear or some other similarly mean-spirited and brutish creature. Find and kill the leader, and perhaps that will get the kobolds to leave.
Careful how many potions you drink. You'll feel like death the next day otherwise. I came all this way with a wagon full of magical books to offer the library, and of course, they already have all of them.
I took care of your bugbear problem.
No, no, no! Not supposed to take care of him! Kill! Supposed to kill him!
That's what I meant that the bugbear is dead now.
Oh! Why you not say so first? But we no leave yet. Still no sign from small dragon. Must keep praying.
You'll be killed if you stay.
Killed by who? Humans? You only human.
They can get sharp things and come to kill.
We like wood house by water. Also need sign from dragon, so pray to wood dragon. I tell you this already. Human dum-dum.
Actually, I have spoken to Endandravair himself. He has sent me as your sign and the answer to your prayers.
What are you doing?
He wants you to know that he is still watching over you.
I did not say that, 𝗲𝗄. Why are you telling them?
He wishes for you to return to your homes in the mountains, where you are to live in peace while awaiting his return, at which time he will reward you for your faith.
I will do no such thing. At least tell them to guard my cave while I am gone, or have them...
You speak for our god? Then this sign! This is the sign! We free! He whose name we cannot say tells us go home. Thank you. Why not tell us sooner?
I mean, I would have if I had thought to. I mean, the bugbear was a threat to you faithful that could not be left unresolved. Only with its demise could the message be safely delivered.
Oh, wise and powerful messenger you are. We'll thank Shiny Dragon for you when we see him. For now, keep shiny now, we walk. Bye-bye.
Well, that was unorthodox in more ways than one, but at least the job is done. You had best report back before someone else tries to take the credit.
Huh. One of the missing cards. The kobolds must have found it while out scavenging. Glad they didn't use it for toilet paper or something.
Hey there! One of my customers saw you hanging around a certain now kobold-free shipwreck. Good work, young one. This is pay well earned. Now be sure to spend some of that coin here, alright? Good to see a friendly face.
tired of guard duty. I want to go back to studying magic.
Well, hello again. Have you learned anything of my missing partner? Ma'am, I'm sorry to say that he's not coming back. By that, do you mean he's run off somewhere, or that his curiosity and incaution finally got the better of him? The latter. Ah! I knew it! I always told the old Koopa would he listen. No! It's a shame, though. Fool though he was quite a capable scholar. Still, I guess this means that I can take all of the credit on our new paper. Oh, yes, and here is your payment, dearie. Thank you for a job well done. That was an interesting response.
Normally, I would say that everyone handles grief in their own manner, but I agree. That seemed a bit triumphant.
Saw it coming from a mile away, but still, a bit harsh if you ask me.
Once again, we agree.
Need a lift?
After reconvening with ŒthESRI, you learn more about a special artifact that can help separate your and Vae's souls. In pursuit of this item, you board a ship headed for Icewind Dale. Upon arriving at the town of ģ'Denival, you are directed to a woman by the name of ģ'Helia. She can help you find Nalkra the Storm Giant, who should know something about the artifact according to EØS. As you turn to go, however, Helia calls you back to listen to her request.
Oh, yes. One more thing while I've got you here. How'd you feel about helping out the townsfolk by talking to the miserly creep that passes himself off as a lord up in that there castle?
Not exactly a flattering description. Has he done something to anger you?
Aye, me and the rest of the town. This storm you're seeing now, it's been blowing against us for nearly 3 straight months. People are starting to starve here, and even shoe leather and tree bark are starting to look tasty. That Lord Dunwyn, though, he's been eating fine. Plenty of stores and provisions to get him by, but does he share it with his people? Of course not.
And he would listen to me, why?
He might not, but he shut his doors to all the locals on account of so many people asking for his food. We can't even get in anymore, but you're not from here. Things get pretty boring around these parts, so he might just want to chat with you and see what stories you've got from down south.
And if he won't listen?
Then tough luck. It was worth a shot. Unless you think you could make him listen, if you know what I mean.
I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
That's all I'm asking.
Normally, I would say to let the townsfolk fend for themselves or take the food they need from the Lord, but I am curious about this storm. It does not seem natural, though not as intense perhaps as the one ģ𝗲𝘄𝘄 told us about that sits in the mountains. Perhaps the Lord can tell us more.
Not seen you around before. New to town.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd rather not get to know you. You'll be dead in a snow drift before too long.
Consider posting some insurance against dying.
Welcome to ģ𝗲𝘄𝘄. Enjoy the summer weather.
Who goes there? A traveler from the south. I heard that the lord of this castle is in need of reliable news from beyond the dale.
Yeah, who cares if it's reliable? You can tell me that the new Lord of Neverwinter is a giant bunny. I'll take whatever stories I can. And I'd wager his lordship would too. Hold on a minute. Please tell me you've got something good for us. It's been about as dull in here as my brother-in-law ever since the blizzard set in. Actually, save it. Just come with me and I'll take you to his lordship.
So you're the newcomer. Welcome, welcome. I must say, it's been some time since we've had guests. What can I do for you?
I offer news and stories from the south, though ask in exchange that you open your food stores and share with the people of ģ𝗲𝘄𝘄, who are on the brink of starvation.
Oh, not another... Listen, I do not know what you've heard in town, but we're only doing marginally better up here. I have enough provisions for my family and staff to last us a few more weeks, yes. But we are rationing the food and haven't any despair.
Ration food for several weeks is still better than nothing, which is what your people have.
I'm aware. I'm also aware that if my soldiers and staff aren't fed, then they won't be able to fend off a hungry mob. Heck, if they're not fed, they might join the mob. Even if I gave them everything right now, it wouldn't even provide a single full meal for every person in ģ𝗲𝘄𝘄. Either way, people will be hungry. And sooner or later, I expect the hungry masses to appear at my door with knives and pitchforks in hand. Commoners always think that their lords have food and wealth hidden away.
Then what have you done to fix this problem?
Nothing. What can I do? I don't have the power to change the weather.
But it cannot be natural. No storm lasts for months on end.
You would think, but here we... Actually, now that I get a better look at you with your weapons and whatnot, you strike me as a sellsword, or adventurer if you prefer that term. If you could find a way to end this blizzard and prove that you ended it, I'll be happy to reward you handsomely for your service. and it will go a long way toward ending our food shortage.
Ask if he has any notion as to where the storm came from. These things often accompany an event or are caused by a creature or curse.
Do you have any idea as to what might be causing the storm?
I haven't the foggiest, but we're grasping at straws here. There's a lumberjack who's been reviving some old wives' tale about a frozen matron.
What's that?
Like I said, a wives' tale. A local superstition and fable about some grandmother in the mountains who helps a town in times of need. Complete rubbish. Though there may be a grain of truth to it. He could tell you the rest, I'm sure, but been only too eager to harp on about it whenever he stops by the end, as I understand.
Right then. I'll be back once I know more.
Consider potions an insurance against dying.
Come on! Any other contenders for the hunt? The pot for this wager's getting pretty big. Who are you? You looking to join the
hunt?
The hunt for the Red Yeti. That beast's been preying on travellers and eating horses since I was a tyke, and no one's managed to put it down in all that time. Its coat is red, but somehow... So, what do you say? You interested? We've got a pretty...
What test?
Well, like I said, this Yeti's a real piece of work. Can't have random people going after it because they want the reward money, or think we're hunting on our own after all, so you've got to be ready to fight on your own too. With that in mind,
Yeah, what's the test?
Great! Well, there's this group of goblins that's holed up in an old abandoned fortress east of town. They've been coming out of there to raid travellers and do all sorts of nasty things. Figured we'd go in there and clear them out. To prove to me you'd done it, I want you to... The big guy somehow got his mitts on a teddy bear and never goes anywhere without it. Won't even let the goblins touch it, and will bash one of his cronies in if he looks at his toy. That sound fair?
Piece of cake.
I like the enthusiasm. Come on, there's got to be another hunter or two out there who want to join the chase.
I noticed something strange. It might be worth investigating.
Come on, there's got to be another hunter or two out there who want to join the chase.
Oh, the cold doesn't bother me anymore. Levistus watches over me now.
While investigating the inn's wall, you knock on a section of stone on a whim. It also sounds hollow. A moment later, you discover a small hidden button.
That is intriguing. While I cannot say that...
Part of me agrees with you.
This is not what I expected. Then again, I'm not sure what I was expecting in the first place.
Is this a trophy room? Weird things to keep.
I see something of a commonality between them, though. Contra, it might be best to leave. Whoever keeps these could prove rather dangerous.
Come on, there's
Where
got to be
did
another
he come
hunter or
from?
two out
I
there
certainly
who
hope
want
that
to
satisfying
join
your
the
curiosity
chase.
was worth the price you must pay for trespassing here.
Oh, I feel sick. What did you shoot me with?
A rather potent poison from my days of robbing and killing kings.
What?
But you're feeling a temporary, short-lived effects. You'll return to normal soon enough, but if you do not receive the antidote soon, you may start to notice some sweating and difficulty breathing. When that happens, you'll know that you'll soon die.
I'm sorry for barging in. Please, do you have the antidote?
Not with me. I keep it separate and hidden, just in case someone like you decided to take it by force. If you want it, you'll have to do something for me first.
I'll do it! I'll do it, please! I'll do anything! Just don't let me die!
I understand that the situation is dire, but this is rather pathetic, wych𝗲𝘄.
There's a one-legged man in cis who tends to loiter around the docks. His name is cis𝗲𝘄Quest. You gotta find him and retrieve his wooden leg. I don't care how.
What do you want with his leg?
It is not your place to ask questions. Find the leg, bring it to me, and then I'll give you the antidote. Those are the terms. Now get out of my sight, unless you want to wait for the poison to take effect and simply die here instead.
wych𝗲𝘄, you had best hurry. There is no telling when the poison will take its hold.
And don't think of asking for help or telling anyone about this. You will not see me, but I will be watching you.
I could swear that I feel his eyes on us now, but I have no idea from where.
Buy one, get one for the same price.
Me eye.
There
I
he
lost
is.
me eye in the
How do you
battle for
want to
me
go
other
about
eye
this?
against a school of cannibal mermaids.
I'll talk to him first. See if he'll give it up on his own.
Eh? Who are you? What do you be wanted from old Kirst?
This is going to sound a bit weird, but can—
No, of course you can't have me leg. What do you think I'll do about getting myself around? Hop on one.
I don't see any parrot.
Aye, but the lazy waste of feathers will be back. And when he gets here, he'll do the same for you as what those—
I want your peg leg, and I'll be taking it one way or another.
Who are you now? Well, I'd like to see you try it. You blustering ninny. You're like a pufferfish. Nothing but air and overinflict—
How about I pay you for the leg?
200 gold pieces. Right here. Right now.
That's ridiculous. I'll pay you 20 gold.
Well, if it's such a piece—
I want your peg leg.
Who are you now? Well, I'd like to see you try it. You blustering ninny. You're like a puff—
You know what? I don't have time.
Some nights I'm jealous of the prisoners up in River's End. At least they get fed and have good shelter.
The cold doesn't bother me.
Come on, there's got to be another hunter or two out there who'd want to join the chase. Come on, there's got to be another hunter or two out there who'd want to join the chase. Come on, there's got to be another hunter or two out there who'd want to join the chase.
I have the leg. Do you have the antidote?
I do. I must say that was a rather unorthodox way of claiming the leg, but it was, interesting to...
The barkeep takes the leg from you gingerly and with great reverence, as if accepting a holy relic before setting...
Here. That's because it is vinegar.
Wait, so I'm not poisoned?
Oh, you were probably just getting nervous. I mean, I'd be sweating too if I thought I was gonna...
So, wait, you weren't going to kill me? But what about all this stuff down here?
Oh no, my killing and stealing days are long behind me. I keep these trophies and remembrances, but I swore to never kill again if I could avoid it. That being said, Kirst hasn't paid his bar tax. It was really making me reconsider that oath. Then you came along and I figured this would send the message once he finds out where his leg is. He'll probably buy it back for, say, half again what he owes me. Or maybe I'll just keep it. Might be another fun little trophy. But seriously though, if you ever tell any of the authorities that I'm here, or I ever find a bounty hunter sniffing around this basement, I will find you and I will kill you. So don't do that, alright?
But you... the dart... I'm just gonna leave.
You'll do that. Though before you do, take this. Well, token of appreciation for your performance. Oh, I'm gonna remember that fondly at Nagako, and I need to figure out what to do with this.
He just gave us one of the missing cards. Maybe he heard that we're looking for them. But just how much does this guy know?
If that bump don't pay his tabs soon, I'll close down the bar. That'll get half the town on his case.
An adventurer. You'll be sorry if you don't buy some potions before going into the wild.
Some nights I'm jealous of the prisoners up in Revel's End. At least they get fed and have good shelter.
And who might you be? Haven't seen your face before. At least not as I remember.
I was told you might have some information about this blizzard. Something about an old woman in the mountains?
Ah, good. Someone else who will help me to convince Dunwyn to send someone to look for her.
Can you tell me about her? You think she can help with the blizzard?
Aye, for she has in the past. Back when my gran was but a girl, she and everyone in town sat through a blizzard twice as fierce and long as this one. They knew an old wise woman, though, one that lived in the mountains. She said that she would calm the storm, so long as the townsfolk gave her 13 babies to take as her own. Well, they brought them, and the next day, the blizzard was gone. But when someone went to thank the woman, they found that she and the children were gone too.
And you think she might be back?
If we ever needed her, it'd be either now or maybe another 2 weeks down the line when we're starting to think seriously about munching on each other. So yeah, I'd well imagine she'd come back for something like this.
Where's her cave supposed to be?
East of this mill, across the water from us, and tucked into the mountains.
Right. I'll see if I can find her.
On your own? Really should be getting a group together from the castle for this. Have some support. But, well, if you're sure, good luck. Can't let a bit of weather get in the way. Work hard and you'll keep warm.
Perhaps I am jaded and paranoid, but I would be careful while looking for this wise woman. There's every chance that she's the benevolent, motherly figure the lumberjack describes, but there's also a good chance that she's not so goodly as that. There are plenty of opportunists in the world.
Do not speak to me like that. Not your place to question me, child.
It is when you do something foolish. And do not call me a child.
I will, so long as you act like one. 200 years, and you still have not learned patience.
Patience is only worthwhile if it will earn a reward. You're just wasting...
This is worse than I'd thought. खेरि, those are hags, and I do not mean that to be rude. They are evil witches that feed on misery and conduct foul rituals and spells. I have not seen this type before, but I have heard of them. Brr hags. These icy fiends could have more to do with the storm than we had thought.
Why do we even need more of us? You cast out the others centuries ago.
It is good to have sisters and daughters throughout the world. They will help us, a network.
Or to stab us in the back when it is most convenient. Speaking of which, what happened to that wretch, Dringak?
Here. I found a little mouse listening in at our doorstep.
And what might the little mouse want of us? Prate.
खेरि, this is a coven. Just one hag would probably be enough to summon the storm. With the three of them together, though, their powers are...
I came to ask you to please stop the storm that's surrounding Kier.
See? I told you that they would remember me. Better that they come asking. Well then, I would be happy to help, as we do indeed have the power to stop this storm. All we ask...
Do not listen to her, ǩATRA. We have no idea what they would do to those children, but you can be sure that it will be far...
You're the ones responsible for this blizzard, aren't you? If this same thing happened...
Oh!
How about instead of giving you the children, you end this storm that you've brought, leave, and never come back?
All right.
It crossed my mind.
Go on! I think that's enough, daughters. They have taken our point. You see, child, you are in no position to make demands. True. We will offer you an alternative. If you still refuse to bring us the children we are so weak and fragile after all. A strong...
And you'll stop the storm?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
You must hide a sigil of our design on the town's old watchtower.
You must bring us the steering mechanism from the fallen Illithid vessel that lies in the snow.
And you must bring the purest crystal that you can find.
Fine, then.
The sigil you are to place on the watchtower. Put it somewhere on the top, and do not even think of altering it. I will sense it if you do, and we will take matters into our own hands and bring even greater miseries to you and the
Now go! I imagine that the good people of...
Agreeing to their demands may have been the only way to escape that cave alive, but you cannot actually intend on helping these creatures. These tasks are almost certainly designed to strengthen them somehow, or advance some other evil agenda.
I don't want to, but I don't see any better way. I'm not about to give them babies to do whatever with. But we can't just leave the townsfolk to starve. If we don't do this, then someone else will come and give them what they want. Maybe we can find an opening, or some way to sabotage them.
This is cold. I survived the Frost Maiden's Rime. Now that was cold.
There, that space behind the crate should do. We had best hope that this by itself has not already caused irreversible damage. I am unfamiliar with these crystals. I can sense their power, but am unsure of how they could be used.
If the hags want one, then whatever it is can't be good.
Yes, thank you for stating the obvious. Please, why do you not remind me that the sky is blue?
Well, it isn't now, Vair. There's a storm going on.
You know perfectly well what I meant. I was unsure of what purpose the hag's other tasks had, but after watching the druids here use these crystals to power their magic leaves me with little doubt that this one will be turned toward destruction and pain. I see nothing else that could be a helm. This is the only device available.
Is it magical?
I doubt it. Mind flayers typically abhor magic, depending entirely on their psionic powers.
You mean this entire thing was made and could fly without magic?
Unless you call psychic powers magical, yes.
That's intimidating.
You had best hope that you never have to meet those monstrosities. There, you have what you need and still no idea of how to defeat the hags.
No.
Well, at least this will get them to stop the blizzard. Hopefully, we should return. Wait, before you go in, listen to what they're saying. It sounds as though all three of them are in there, so you will likely not be caught off guard again.
But he still has the eye.
And do you propose going to find it?
I propose you going to find it. You are the youngest.
Oh, not this again. We're the same age, you fool. Mother made us at the same time. And if you're so concerned about it, then you should go.
Are you such a fool as to not recognize the danger of leaving it behind?
Oh, well, pardon me, Mother. If I am such a fool, though, I am clearly not qualified for such a task. Perhaps you, O powerful and wise one, should go out and fetch the little monster instead.
Idiot! I have to stay here and maintain the blizzard. One of you shall go.
And isolate one of us. What if a monster should corner us somehow?
How could something corner you on the open ice?
When I go to retrieve the eye from inside that pile of broken planks, something could trap me within.
ǩ'Thra, I believe that they have lost a hag's eye.
Vayer, I can see them. They have all of their eyes still.
No, it's an item. A powerful token that hags create to spy on other creatures or observe the world from afar. It is powerful and usually well guarded, but it is also a potentially crippling weakness. If you get that eye, you can have the advantage you need to remove these creatures from Icewind Dale once and for all.
Then, they said something about a bunch of broken planks. That doesn't sound like the lumber mill.
No, but I remember a shipwreck fairly near to the mill. It is a tenuous hope, but if the eye is there, this could change everything.
Okay. We need to be quick, though.
Indeed. Hurry.
My potions are too strong for you, traveler.
Aha! There you are!
Yep. Those monsters won't be bothering people.
Good! Well, I'd say you've certainly proven your chops. If you want to join the hunt, you're more than welcome.
I still have to pay after all?
Of course! It's a competition! Get the Yeti and you'll...
Okay.
Great!
It's ǩățără.
Looks like we've got a new contender! Let's everyone gather your things, steel your courage, and to give you a starting place though, the beast was sighted now.
Take this the wrong way. I'd rather not get to know you.
Things want me, know what to be eaten. Me thought Garg stay here until frozen dead, or until dead things outside eat Garg. Not sure.
You're welcome. Do you know 3 hags who live in this area?
Ah! What? You know mistresses? They send you?
No, they did not. I have come because you have something that could help.
You kill them?
Yes. Would you give me the?
No. You take I, and they know it, Garg. They kill you, and then they come kill Garg.
If you give me the eye, I promise that I have the power to destroy them all for good. You can be free of them.
Life not much good with them. Here, keep it covered. Keep them blind to you. Me think Gark tried to live best he can until mistresses find him when you dead.
Yeah, thanks for the...
Good. Now return to the hag's lair and...
Ah, I had not thought to find no little Gark in sight. Did you happen to find yourself a little trinket? Give it to me, now!
I think I'll be keeping it. If you want to live, you should fly.
You really think that you could kill me, foolish child? I will take the eye from you and then bring you back for my family to toy with. You...
Good riddance. Now quickly, ǩATRA, to the other hags. They surely know by now that you have taken the eye. Finish them before they can either escape or ambush you to take the eye back.
Well, well, little Catra made it this far, huh? I'd suggest you turn back. It'd be pretty dangerous to go any farther. Threatening? Oh, no. I would never do such a thing. Though, now that you mention it, there is a lot of money riding on this competition. It would only make sense to eliminate some of the other contenders.
I'm not about to give up on this.
Really? Well, suit yourself. That just means we get to take whatever you leave behind once you're face down in the snow.
Oi, kid! Over here, quick! Didn't expect you to be the first to arrive. Nah, that...
Did you put that crystal out there?
Aye, and I've been following this monster around for nearly a year. I managed to get to an attack site before it left, and watched it eat a magic lantern. Then it went and started popping sin. Well, I mean, it ate some caravanners too, but I think that whatever made the beast all red and smart gave it a taste for magical objects. Now that we're out in the open, and after following those tracks, I'm willing to bet the Red Devil is near enough to sense the crystal.
But, well, if it's so unique, maybe we should just let it go. If it's the only one of its kind, maybe some researcher would be interested.
ǩatra, since that beast has appeared, it's sent more people to an early grave than pretty much anything else around here. It's a menace, and I'm not willing to risk it escaping and Ah! Now the real fun begins. Get yourself ready, ǩatra. Since it's the two of us, I'll be glad to split the pot with you once we take this thing down.
As the monster prowls closer, you look between the unique creature and Barnabas. It crosses your mind that you could either help Barnabas to destroy this monster, or you could chase it away before it gets hurt.
Hey! Get out of here! Run!
What are you doing?
I can't let you kill something as unique as this!
You're insane! It's a man-eater! It'll kill us both! You naive fool.
After Barnabas drops to the ground, the red yeti turns its fierce gaze upon you. When it turns its back to you, the aggression is gone, replaced by suspicion. Slowly, it backs away, never taking its eyes from you, and grabs the magic crystal. The red yeti...
I am not sure if saving that creature was the right thing to do, but it is over now. Let us hope that Barnabas was wrong and had judged it too harshly.
Huh. I should have expected a trophy hunter like Barnabas to have something like a deck of many things card in his collection. Seems like the kind of guy to keep anything rare he can find.
We know the child has it.
Dringak could have it. She is stupid enough to put it in her pocket.
But she is taking too long. If she has it, she has betrayed us and taken the eye for herself. And if she does not have it, then the child will surely come here for us.
True. We should prepare.
How? How can we?
Let me think!
It is now or never, ǩATRA. Do not give them time to ready themselves. Destroy the eye at a time.
I can't see! I can't see! My magic is weak, Mother! The child must have killed Dringak!
Good. The townsfolk need not live under their tyranny any longer. Now go outside, see what has become of the storm. Excellent.
I'm just glad it worked and that the hags aren't boiling me for their soup or something. Let's get our reward and put this behind us.
I figured that you would return as soon as the blizzard abated. Well, if you expect to take credit, you had best have proof.
There was a coven of hags in the mountains. They're part of that story the lumberjack was telling, and were controlling the weather. You can find 2 of their bodies still in the cave, along with their equipment for spells. The 3rd one is probably still on the ice by the shipwreck.
Very well. I'll send a team to verify this immediately. But if it turns out you just killed some old women and decorated the place to make it look like an evil den, then there will be rather harsh repercussions.
Huh. Hadn't even considered that possibility. Maybe you should have brought one of their heads.
Over the next few hours, you chat with Lord Dunwind, giving him the tales and news from the south that you had offered when you first arrived at the castle. When the expedition returns, they seem cold, tired and shaken.
They were telling the truth. We found the cave and those creatures. They certainly weren't human. At least I sincerely hope no human could look like that. And the one by the shipwreck? Not even the crag cats would touch it. If the story is true about giving children to those creatures,
Seems that I should have given that fairy tale a little more credence, and it also seems that I owe you a reward. Thank you for helping us, truly. Now that the storm is over, life can go back to normal, and the unwashed masses will finally leave me alone again. Safe travels.
Looks like Lord Dunwin gave us one of hes·Aurai's cards. An extra gift, or does he think it's junk that he can foist on us? Doesn't matter.
Whenever you're ready, go speak to the man with the card to continue your adventures. Of course, there may still be more to do here. You can also go and revisit Candlekeep if you like. The choice is yours.
Greetings, traveler.
Need a lift? Need a lift?
Having retrieved the artifact which will put vis soul back into his body, you must now actually find vis body to use it. After being attacked by the elder evil cult's minions at the dwarf settlement, Kelvin's Cairn, you follow a lead on their hideout to the great dwarven city of Mithril Hall. Mithril Hall is a major hub of industry and wealth, but sometimes has run-ins with the terrifying things that live deep below them in the Underdark, including the Dark Elves, known as Drow. Though a few Drow seek to flee their evil society and wicked deity Lolth, there is much distrust between the refugees and the dwarfs. During another close call with the authorities, you meet Tordek, the commander of Mithril Hall's garrison, and his rather stuffy wizard friend, Fengir. They eventually give you a team and resources to infiltrate the cult's secret hideout in the Underdark so that you might retrieve Veir's body. As you are getting ready to head out, though, you overhear a heated conversation with Tordek and a drow you do not recognize.
Please, Tordek. Please, just a couple of your fighters. Even just one will be such a boon to help us home.
I'm sorry, Althea. I sympathize with your plight, but the city might as well be under siege right now. I need every soldier here.
I'm sorry, stranger, but I'm in the middle of something.
I heard. Mind if I ask what the problem is?
It's a family matter. Some of my brothers and sisters are trying to escape மென்zoபரான்zan and live with me here in Mithril Hall. It's a long and perilous road, though. They only know part of the way, and the Underdark is even more dangerous now than it usually is.
Which is really saying something, and a big part of why I cannot condone sending any of my soldiers down there for any reason other than ensuring the city's safety. Besides, from what I know of Lolth, the jealous deity will send hunters and soldiers after your family and kill anyone who gets in the way.
Could I help? I'm a decent fighter, and I'm not one of Mithril Hall's soldiers, so I can go wherever I like.
I suppose I have nothing against it. You'll be taking your life into your own hands, but from what you've told me, that isn't unfamiliar to you.
Why would you help, though? You don't even know me.
Anyone should have the right to leave their home if they want to, and I'm going into the Underdark anyhow. Might as well go with a partner to watch my back while I get a better feel of the dangers there.
That is quite kind, and I promise that I will repay that kindness once my family is safely in Mithril Hall and away from Lolth's servants. So, do my siblings have permission to enter the city?
They do. But I will remind you again how much work all of you will have to do to earn our trust. You will all be under observation for years and not given full civilian privileges right away. Even after the vetting process, even for years after they legally become residents, you will all likely be treated with suspicion and perhaps even hostility.
After these last 12 years, I would know that better than you, Tordek.
Right. I'm sorry. I just want to remind you of what it was like when you first got here and say that the treatment might be even worse. I wish it was otherwise, but we found spies and assassins among Drow refugees before. A group of Drow coming together from மென்zoபரான்zan will raise more eyebrows than your solo arrival did.
I know, and they do too. But anything is better than living in that treacherous, miserable city.
Alright then. You have my permission and my blessing. Please be careful out there, though.
I will be. Thank you, Tordek.
Catra, a moment please. A word of warning. I trust Althea, as she has done more for both me and Mithril Hall than your average dwarf, but her family, they are strangers. Do not be cruel to them, but be careful. The Drow that live under Lolth's influence are some of the most capable liars and assassins in the world, and family means little more than a political affiliation to most denizens of மென்zoபரான்zan. Now go, keep Althea safe.
careful which tunnel you go down. Some lead deep into the Underdark.